Mr. Runde, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to Astana International Forum. You've been an active participant for a couple of years now, and this year's motto is connecting minds and shaping the future. How would you see the concept of this, and what do you expect so far?
I'm a great admirer of Kazakhstan. I think Astana is an incredible city. It started basically from zero 25 years ago. It's an amazing city. I've been to the Astana International Forum probably 3 or 4 times. It gets bigger and better every time. I'm really pleased to be here. I haven't been to the Astana International Forum since COVID, and it's really impressive the changes that have happened. So I think Kazakhstan's an important country in the world with a bright future, and so I think it's great that Kazakhstan is convening this forum around this topic.
Yeah, and what do you see? What would you suggest to be the top topics if you were organizer of this forum to be
Well, I
discussed
think
here?
they should call me next year because I could help them with that. Will you let them know? Will you put in a good word for me?
Yeah.
I think a couple of things. I do think a number of topics would be global supply chains, infrastructure, minerals and minerals processing, the knowledge economy, of course, artificial intelligence. But I also think, I mean, there are a lot of the topics are well covered by the organizers. I mean, I think they do a good job. I was pleased to be asked to speak this year. And I think that what I like about this forum is it brings together people from all sorts of places, Europe, from North America, from Asia. So it's a long trip, but it's worth the trip.
So you've trained a lot in global security, and now we can see that trade can be used as a weapon too. How would you define or project the foreign policy or position of middle powers such as Kazakhstan too amid these global tensions, and also whereas there are some main players in the world chessboard, let's say?
So I'm speaking on this panel called Trade as a Weapon, and I think one of the reasons I think the organizers convened it is for this exact reason, that many middle powers like Kazakhstan are caught in the middle of tussles, whether it's sanctions or otherwise. I'm going to make specific reference to the Jackson-Vanik legal framework that was set up in the 1970s. I think it's a wonderful thing that we had it in the 1970s and the 1980s. It was a way to encourage the then Soviet Union to allow Jews and other religious dissidents to leave the Soviet Union. Many of them went to Israel, many of them went to the United States. So I think it was a triumph of diplomacy, and it was a form of using trade sanctions as a lever to get a human rights outcome. Now, Jackson-Vanik was removed for any number of different countries, including Russia. And as you know, Kazakhstan has religious liberty. There's a flourishing Christian community here. There are Jews here in Kazakhstan, and obviously many Muslims as well. So the Jackson-Vanik legal framework is a Cold War relic that's lived past its prime. And so I think it's very unfortunate that we continue to have this legal framework hanging over the heads of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan and Azerbaijan. And I think for middle-income countries and middle powers like Kazakhstan, it grates on their sense of destiny, on their sense of, don't you want to be a partner with us or not? And so I think it behooves the United States. There have been several attempts in the Congress to remove it. I'm hoping this Congress that it's removed, because we need to have a deeper partnership with Kazakhstan.
What's potential that this year, under the presidency of Donald Trump, it will be finally removed?
I think President Trump's second term is the best opportunity for a deeper partnership with Kazakhstan in more than 25 years. This is probably the best president Kazakhstan could have for a renewed partnership. And I want to encourage the leaders of Kazakhstan to seize this opportunity. President Trump wants to sign commercial transactions. He just signed something close to $1 trillion worth of transactions in the Middle East. I would love to see Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan partner together on putting together a package of transactions that would lure President Trump to come to Kazakhstan to sign such an agreement. As you know, no U.S. president has ever visited Kazakhstan. So this is the best shot. So I think that President Trump, who enjoys a more than 50% approval rating, where more than 50% of the American people think that the country's going the right direction and who won with a popular mandate and a electoral college mandate is well positioned to be a great interlocutor for the U.S.-Kazakhstan relationship.
But is there an interest from the current American administration to deepen, cooperation not only with Kazakhstan but with Central Asian states?
I mean, there have been a series of conversations by telephone. There was a meeting with Uzbek leaders with Secretary Rubio recently.
Yeah.
I think the onus is a little bit on Kazakhstan, though, to come up with what the offer is. I know that Kazakhstan wants to engage, doesn't want to pick, has partnerships and relationships with Russia, has relations with China, but would like to have a greater partnership with the United States and Europe, sort of as a third leg of the stool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Kazakhstan, the Kazakh government, needs to put together what the package looks like. You're far away from us. You're an important country and you're an important region. And I spent a lot of my time trying to make the case that this is an important region and that Kazakhstan is an important country. I'm a friend of Kazakhstan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the government should seize the opportunity that they have a willing partner on the other side. But I think it's up to the Kazakhs to put together an offer that would attract the U.S.
To sum up, Mr. Runde, how would you see, the future, perhaps a decade or 5 years, the position of Central Asian states within this trade wars and tariff wars that is going on so far, taking into account this concept of Donald Trump MAGA? So
I have a dream. My dream is that Kazakhstan becomes a member of the OECD. The OECD is the club of market democracies. This is a stated policy of your government. That's a medium-term aspiration. That's probably a 10-year project. It has political implications as well as market reform implications. I would like the United States to be a more important trading partner of Kazakhstan's. I would like to see the middle corridor more fully developed.
Right.
And that more trade go through there. I'd like to see Kazakhstan to be a major player, not in just minerals, but in minerals processing. Mm-hmm. That's the most important thing, is minerals processing. And I'd like to see Kazakhstan be a greater food power and a greater AI and tech power and partner. The United States is a great interlocutor for all of these things. And so I think this is our moment to seize together. I'm hoping that the Kazakh government will work with willing partners in the U.S. To help shape such an offering.
Thank you very much, Mr. Runde, for joining us.
Thank you.